Hey everyone, and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for today's explainer. We are going to unpack a truly incredible story today. It's the journey of a humble street vendor whose pure intentions completely transformed his life, against some pretty crazy odds. We're looking at a classic tale of grit, morality, and the undeniable power of quality. So let's just dive right into this and see how a simple wooden cart became an absolute empire.
So, let me ask you something. Can destiny be changed with honesty and hard work? I know, it sounds like a heavy philosophical debate, right? But the events we are about to break down actually provide a highly practical, real-world answer to this exact question. Just keep this in the back of your mind as we go through this story because it sets the perfect moral stage for our whole explainer.
Section 1. Madhav's Difficult Struggle. A Dark, Stormy Night.
To really appreciate the heights of someone's success, we kind of have to start by understanding the depths of their struggle. Picture this. It's a dark, violently stormy night in a small village. The sky is pitch black, the wind is howling, and the conditions are absolutely brutal for anyone trying to make a living outdoors. Our guy, Madhav, is pushing this heavy wooden cart through deep mud in a massive storm. Back home, he's got a leaky mud roof dripping water right over his bed. His wife, Sumitra, is waiting for him to bring back just enough cash to buy tomorrow's groceries. And honestly, the most heartbreaking part? He has had 0 sales all day long. Literally not a single rupee. You can almost feel that heavy rain and his desperate fear of going home completely empty-handed to his starving family.
So, fast forward to 8 p.m., and we hit the absolute lowest point of his night. The rain is showing zero mercy. There are literal tears in his eyes, and his cart is completely full of unsold food that's going to spoil by morning. He is physically freezing and emotionally shattered. He's just standing there under a tree, looking up at the sky, totally out of hope, ready to pack it up and accept defeat.
Section 2. The first reward of honesty, a ray of hope. But right at his darkest moment, a luxurious car comes splashing through the thick mud. Stranded, wealthy travelers step out, and they are hungry and cold because the road ahead is blocked. Do they want food? Absolutely. Madhav doesn't even hesitate. He quickly lights his stove, and despite the freezing rain, he pours his absolute heart into cooking. Just imagine the sizzling sound of hot Pav Bhaji hitting the pan, the rich smell of fresh, high-quality butter melting right into the spices. That incredible aroma completely fills the cold, rainy air. It's an irresistible contrast. And the result of that pure dedication is immediate. The wealthy traveler takes one bite and says, "Wow, brother, what a taste. We've eaten in big city hotels, but haven't found such spicy bhaji anywhere." This shows us something absolutely crucial. Pure dedication to quality can impress anyone, anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're standing ankle-deep in mud in a village, true excellence is universally recognized. And because of that excellence, the wealthy traveler doesn't just pay him his normal rate. He rewards him with 2,000 rupees. Now, for a village street vendor, this single massive tip is completely life-changing. So the key takeaway here is that this exact moment, this specific 2,000 rupee note, is the ultimate catalyst. It's the spark that finally allows Madhav to actually dream of a house with a leak-proof roof.
Moving on to Section 3, Rajesh's Evil Plot. Jealousy Strikes.
Now, as you probably know, with sudden success often comes sudden envy. Enter Rajesh. He's a local grocery owner in the village. Even though he has a solid business himself, his heart is small and his mindset is rooted in pure jealousy. He secretly watched Madhav earn that 2,000 rupee tip, and his small-minded greed simply couldn't handle seeing someone else succeed. Look at how far a petty mindset will actually go. Step 1. He immediately starts spreading false rumors around the village that Madhav's food uses rotten vegetables and makes people sick. Step 2, he actually goes and hires local thugs to cause public scenes. And Step 3, he plans to open a cheap rival shop just to steal the customers. It is a highly calculated 3-step blueprint for sabotage.
Rajesh's first step initially works too. The villagers get scared and stop buying. But then, an incredible turning point happens. Those wealthy city travelers return. And this time, they bring their friends in multiple cars. They publicly announce that the food made them feel fantastic, completely crushing Rajesh's false rumors right there on the spot. That amazing aroma of fresh butter wins the villagers back, and their faith in Madhav is restored instantly.
Section 4, Truth's Big Victory, Expanding the Dream.
So, this amazing vindication gives Madhav the confidence for his boldest move yet. He takes his hard-earned savings, gets the blessing of the village sarpanch, and secures a rented concrete shop right at the main crossroads. No more rain ruining his business. Madhav, being the good guy he is, actually goes to invite his rival, Rajesh, to the grand opening just to maintain village brotherhood. But Rajesh's response is incredibly bitter. He snaps, "You think you're a king because city folks stop for 2 days? I won't come to your rotten shop." This dialogue brilliantly contrasts Madhav's open, forgiving heart with Rajesh's super toxic bitterness. Furious, Rajesh moves right to step 2 of his evil plot. On the opening night, the new Madhav Pav Bhaji Center is absolutely packed. Everyone's having a great time. Then, suddenly, hired thugs bust in, deliberately throw a plate on the floor, and start screaming that there are stones in the food. They actually start destroying the shop's setup, trying to ruin Madhav's biggest night and destroy his reputation for good.
But here is the absolute best part, the real climax. Sitting quietly in the crowd is Head Constable Raghubir Singh in plain clothes. He steps right up, examines the plate, and declares, "These stones look like they were dropped from the top." And how does he know? Because there is literally zero masala cooked onto the stones. It's a brilliant, simple deduction that instantly exposes the hired thugs, who quickly crack and confess that Rajesh paid them. Defeated publicly, Rajesh gets desperate and triggers step 3. He opens his own copycat shop. This creates such a fascinating contrast in philosophies. On one side, we have Madhav using fresh vegetables, real, expensive butter, with pure intentions and a deep focus on serving the customer. On the other side, you've got Rajesh's philosophy, stale and cheap vegetables, cheap dal ghee, and a focus entirely on greedy, quick profit. And honestly, what happens when you cut corners like that for a quick buck? It inevitably leads to absolute ruin. Rajesh's greed completely backfires. Villagers actually do get terribly sick from his cheap, stale ingredients. The complaints pile up fast, the local punchhead steps in, slaps him with a heavy fine, and shuts his shop down completely. His reputation is just totally destroyed. And that brings us to our final chapter. Section 5, Forgiveness and New Beginning. The ultimate test of character. With Rajesh's drama totally out of the picture, Madhav's unwavering honesty propels him to unbelievable heights, stuff he never could have imagined on that freezing, stormy night. Think about the timeline here. Day 1, he's struggling in the mud with a wooden cart. By month 3, his quality earns him a rented village shop. And by year 1, a wealthy city businessman actually reads about his integrity in the newspaper, partners with him, and together they build a massive, luxurious highway family restaurant called Madhav's Real Pav Bhaji. I mean, that is the exponential growth of true quality. But now, let's set the scene for the ultimate test of Madhav's character. Madhav is now a rich, highly successful man. He's got a solid concrete house and a booming business. One day, while driving through the village, he spots his old rival, Rajesh. Rajesh is just sitting outside his dusty, completely ruined, boarded-up shop. He looks utterly broken and defeated. Madhav actually gets out and approaches him, and Rajesh utters this incredibly heavy realization about karma. He says, "Forgive me, Madhav. Nature has brought me to exactly where I tried to push you." Rajesh finally acknowledges his utter defeat and the cosmic justice of his own petty actions totally blowing up in his face. But here is the exact moment that separates a truly great person from someone who's just wealthy. Madhav completely forgives Rajesh. He simply tells him that, hey, humans make mistakes. And then he does the unthinkable. He offers his former enemy a job as the store manager at his massive new highway hotel. Rajesh breaks down in tears and vows to work with pure honesty for the rest of his life. This just brilliantly illustrates that true success isn't just about accumulating money. It's about having a heart big enough to uplift the very people who try to pull you down. So that pretty much wraps up our explainer today. But before you go, I want to leave you with this final thought. No matter how heavy the rain, if your intentions are pure, the sun will always shine. So how will you apply Madhav's incredible integrity and dedication to quality to your own struggles? Really think about that. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will catch you in the next explainer.